Hello everyone and welcome back to your piano lesson. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, your virtual piano teacher. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch the introduction video of this channel. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video, where you will find also the link for my artistic channel, Gianluca Fronda, pianist and composer, if you're interested in original music and covers. Talking about this channel, don't forget to subscribe and let me know about yourself by commenting. Tell me when you have started, if you're finding my channel interesting and you're improving your skills also thanks to my videos. And don't forget also to share with your friends if there is anybody interested in piano music, anybody that you know. So now time to go to our lesson. Welcome to the 6th music theory lesson. If it's the first time that you are landing on these videos and you are interested in music theory lessons, I suggest you to click on the link that I'm leaving in the description of this video, where there is the playlist with the previous videos and obviously where you will find then from now on all the videos that I publish on Saturday at 5 p.m. regarding music theory. Today, in this 6th music theory lesson, I have to talk about the syncopation. The syncopation obviously would need now a clear explanation of the natural accents that occur in the bars. Let's first of all anyways write down syncopation. I show you now which one could be one of the examples of syncopation using simply and only the values that we have been discovered until now, because we know the 4 counts notes, the semi-breves or whole notes, we know the 2 counts notes, half notes or minims, the 1 count notes called either crotchets in the British English or quarter notes in the American English, and then we have discovered also that it's possible to write down the dotted notes. For example, for now we have discovered the dotted minim. Now, an example of syncopation that we can discuss today could be the one in a 4/4 time signature, where we have, for example, a middle C1 count. Obviously, I could use any note, but it's important that the first is 1 count, the second 2 counts, and the last one of the bar, 1 count again. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. This is exactly what we call syncopation, but we have to try to understand now why. The reason takes you to something that is very, very instinctive, basic. Imagine yourself walking and for the first time in your life counting the steps. If you start, for example, from the right, you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I'm stopping at 4, yeah? You know also why, because obviously our time signatures are going up to 4 counts at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you start from the left, same story, would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to analyze, what am I doing? There is a kind of instinct in every single human that takes you to give an accent to emphasize the odd number, the first step, and why not also the third step. We have the tendency of emphasizing in couples and to give an extra accent to the first step, to the first beat. Okay? So we have simply this instinct of emphasizing the first of each couple. And indeed, in a 4/4 time signature, the strongest beat is the first. But pay attention, we have the first one that is the strongest one. The second is naturally weak in our mind. Then the third is strong, but not same as the first. And the fourth is weak, same as the second. Indeed, maybe let's do it this way. Let's talk about the beats. So, beats or accents. So let's consider this example. Yeah, I'm not using at all any clef, simply time signature. I want to consider like a rhythm, and I used the length of the line to emphasize the concept. You see, the first one is a very strong one. I wrote simply STR on top, very long line. Then this one is a very short one for the weak. Accent, I wrote simply WEA. Then a shorter one on the third, and short, same as the second, to say that it's a weak. Strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak. You should consider the accents in this way. This is the first, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. This one, for example, in many languages is considered, if we want to translate motamo, like the metric accent. So the one of the bar, the one of the measure, the most important one, the first. But these are theoretical accents. You don't have to think that in practice we have to play always giving these accents. Is exaggerated, this is an exaggeration. We don't have to think in this way. It's more psychological, but is to understand many things. For now, simply consider that in theory the accents are exactly this. In a 4/4, strong, weak, where the third is not the same as the first in terms of strength. In a 3/4, we would have the first one super strong. Let's obviously divide. The second one would be weaker, and then the other one maybe slightly less than the other one. So we have first, second, and third, where we have strong, STR, weak, and weak. And in a 2/4 is simply half of it. You have, in a 2/4 you would have, maybe let's write it here, 2/4 time signature, we have just two accents, strong and weak. Where first and second, and we have STR and weak. Okay, this is in theory the situation. These are the accents as they naturally occur. For example, an example for these would be a bar where you have, now let's imagine that I had a treble clef where you have, and we're indeed in a 4/4. You could have, for example, cheek, 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 and cheek. In theory you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Same story could be if you have a minim and another minim. Simply 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're kind of respecting the accents as they are. Would be the same in a 3/4. I mean, but there is no need of clarifying more what I mean, because it is very easy to be understood. We have to simply analyze now the first example that I gave you today. Yeah, in this case you see 1, 2, 3, although you can do 1, 2, 3, but the natural accents are not disturbed if the melody, the passage is written in this way. When you have this situation, the one with one count note, then a 2 counts note, and then a 1 count note again, you can easily understand that in this case, if we analyze this situation, we are having the first accent, fantastic, then we are having the second, but we are missing the third. You would say in this case 1, 2, 3 counting in your mind, but there is no physical sound, and then 4. Indeed, if I play, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And why this is an example of syncopation? Because indeed, the accent that would be naturally on the third count, that is anyway strong, has been imagined, that has been anticipated. Because we would need something on the third count, but doesn't exist. We are not striking again any note, any key. And we imagine that the accent from the third has been anticipated to the second. So, in few words, indeed, the syncopation occurs when the normal order of the accents has been disturbed and an accent that was supposed to be on a strong beat has been anticipated. It's obvious that maybe for you the easiest way at the moment to understand that you are facing a syncopation could be the one of finding on top of the pieces a sign that is the accent. Obviously in the future we will be talking about all these things. It's a kind of V placed horizontally with open on the left and closed on the right side. So this is the sign that we use. And indeed, when you find these, you are even more taken to emphasize the sound. In this way it's really clear, it's obvious that it's a syncopation, but obviously it is a syncopation even without. Because maybe for now you say, okay, come on, I have simply one count, two counts note and one count, why you have to talk about it or why there is any problem. There is a problem indeed, because anyways, I am not having any heard beat, I can't hear any new sound on the third beat, and I simply have in mind. And indeed, having the sound starting on the second is an automatic, is a simple obvious reason to say that this is a syncopation. Okay? So, more advanced examples of syncopation will be discovered as soon as you will learn the half count notes called quave. I am simply introducing what you will discover. But for now, I think that today we have to definitely stop here and simply analyze better all has been learned until today and what I have explained today. Because anyways, in one of the examples given at the beginning, anyways, I gave you this example of syncopation, but I didn't want to mention, I didn't mention at all that it was a syncopation. Obviously, it was featured simply like one of the possible combination of notes having just these 3 time values. Okay? But now we have understood that having that, facing that rhythm, we are facing a syncopation. And even more, we could say that it is a clear syncopation, even more when you have the accent on top of it. If there is any question regarding what I've explained, because I think that I can understand that it could be maybe not that easy to be understood at first, regarding the beats, the strong one, the weak ones, the strong, weak in the 4/4, or in the other 2 in the 3/4 and the 2/4, feel free to comment to let me know if you have understood everything, if it's clear to you. And I will definitely be happy to integrate maybe this video with some extra one, with an extra tutorial. But for now I think it's more than enough. If it's the first time you're landing on this channel thanks to this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.